Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you guys this pillow DIY right behind me. I absolutely love the colors. I love the way it turns out. I'm just super excited about it. I'm still on the hunt for a bed comforter, a bed set that I really love. I haven't found one that just screams my name, but once I do, you guys will be the first to know. Little disclaimer before we get right into this video, I do not know what the heck I'm doing. So this is all a process of trial and error. I had to, recut, re-glue, I had to do things over and over again. This pillow wasn't supposed to turn out that way, but I honestly love the way it came out. So I don't know, like I said, you just kind of have to go with it and things will work out eventually. So again, I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you guys want to see how I did these pillowcases or pillows, keep on watching. Bye. So what you're going to need for this DIY is going to be some acrylic paint, some foam brushes, a Sharpie, some scissors, a glue gun, some glue sticks, some shirts that you no longer need or want, or some of your husband's shirts that you do not want him to wear anymore, some fabric, any fabric of your choice, and lots of pillows, pillow forms, or even cotton. So the very first thing I did was grab one of my husband's old t-shirts that he loves to wear but annoys me because it's so stained, but it's his favorite. Not his favorite, but it's one of his go-to shirts that was just old and dingy, and I just had to get rid of it. So this was a perfect way. So I went ahead and flipped the shirt inside out and stuck the pillow that I wanted to use for this shirt inside. Now I knew that I wanted a smaller pillow to be the very first pillow, if that makes any kind of sense. So I decided to use this one. After I placed the pillow inside, I kind of measured to see how big the shirt was compared to the pillow, and it seemed to fit pretty good. After I measured, I went ahead and just cut across, as you guys can see here. Then I went ahead and just stretched out the shirt just a tad bit, and I started to glue. I just used regular hot glue from the glue gun, and I went ahead and glued down that seam. Remember to keep your shirt or your fabric inside out so that when you turn it inside out, it will be right side up. So I do recommend that you guys leave a little bit extra space when it comes to sewing, because mine is going to turn out to be really tight fits, but I'm going to make it work. Again, like I've mentioned before, this is my first time trying to do any DIY, so your girl is a newbie, so we are learning together. I hope you guys can see me, or maybe you guys can just hear me, I don't know, but we're going to work it out. So what I ended up doing was just going ahead and pinching down the sides like so, just to go ahead and stretch it out as much as possible to make the two seams. This is actually the bottom of the shirt. So what I did is I used the seam as a guide, and then I went ahead and started to glue. Now this did give a tighter result and made my pillow a bit more fluffy, which I kind of loved. I truly loved the way it turned out. And I just went ahead and continued to do that all along that seam, just going ahead and holding it and gluing, clamping it, and moving down. So this is what the pillow ended up looking like. In the back, as you guys could tell, there were stains, the stains that my husband had left on there. And next I went ahead and just used my Sharpie and wrote out the Garrett's on the pillow. Now, I kind of noticed that it was a little bit on the side, but then again, you guys, like I said, this is all freehand. This is my very first time doing a DIY for you guys, so I'm sure with time I'm gonna perfect the centering of it. Then I went ahead and I started with my acrylic paints and some foam brushes, and I started by placing my acrylic paint on the plate and just dipping my brush. I tried to use the tip of the brush to outline the letters. My whole plan was to sketch out, I guess you can say, the words with a Sharpie and then covering them up with the acrylic. As you guys can see, the acrylic, it just wasn't looking neat enough for me, and I have like this I don't know if it's like an OCD thing, or it just wasn't looking cute at all, and I was like getting frustrated with it. The sponge was not picking up the paint that I wanted. So I do recommend for you guys to probably try to find a different alternative if you're going to write on your pillows, because this just wasn't working. I even tried to use the bottom of the brush, and that was a huge fail. And as you guys can see, my pillow looks all janky and tore up, and I wasn't having it. I did not really care for it. Yeah. Yeah, it was a huge thumbs down. So I was like, let's try something different. Let's try to just go with the messy look. And I was like, YOLO. Let's just figure something else out. And I just started to kind of use the brush and make it look a little bit more like distressed paint, if that makes sense. And I went ahead and just did that throughout the whole pillow. Just apply light strokes of the paint all over, and it just gave it this really cool, like, distressed painting style. I guess that's kind of what I seen in my head. That's kind of what the image that I was getting, and I really like the way this turned out. And I feel like the fact that it's not neat just made it so unique. Next, we're going to start with the fabric, pillow number 2. So what I did is I grabbed the pillow that I wanted to use for the fabric. I initially wanted to make 2 small pillows out of this fabric. And this fabric I purchased from Walmart, and it was only like $1.99 for this huge piece. After I decided to go ahead and just go with a huge pillow, I went ahead and started to glue the seams once again. The same way I did it with the shirt. Just go ahead and applying the glue along the line. I turned my pillowcase and did the other side as well, leaving one side completely open. Once I finished gluing both sides, I went ahead and turned my pillow inside out, and that just helps leave a cleaner seam. Make sure you flip out the corners so that they're not all bent in. Then I went ahead and applied the pillow that I wanted to use for this pillowcase. And it was a huge fail. As you guys can see, the pillowcase ended up so huge compared to the pillow. I didn't like that whole... It actually kind of just looked like a regular pillowcase, which I was not feeling at all. So I removed the pillow and cut it. I just cut down where I originally had glued just to make this pillowcase smaller and tighter on the pillow. That's just the preference I have. If you like the loose fitting of the pillow, you could have just left it. But for me personally, it was not the business. Then I went ahead and began to glue. If you guys could hear the volume on this clip, you guys would hear me cussing out that glue gun because it is hot. So be very careful when you are gluing your pillowcase together because your girl got burnt a couple of times. And what I did to glue this seam was I folded the fabric in just to make a cleaner look on the pillow. And then I went ahead and applied the glue and did that all along the pillow top. That was pretty much it, and I just went ahead and continued to glue all this side and the following side just to seal it off completely, and that was it. Next, I started with the next fabric, which was the blue pillow, which was my favorite pillow of all, and I did the exact same thing. I traced out the pillow, I folded it where I needed to be folded, and I began to glue. Now, I didn't want to cut the extra fabric on this particular pillow, so I just folded in the fabric to make it go inside the pillow, and I began to glue. So that is pretty much all I did. I just continued to finish gluing this, and I made 2 of these pillows. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now you guys have made pillows with me. Yay! We made it and we didn't burn down the house. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye! I hope you guys enjoyed that DIY. Again, I am a newbie, so thanks for sticking with me throughout this process. And I will be back for the next DIY pretty soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And your girl will see you in the next video. Bye.